So here's the levee. There's a shit ton of bugs, so I'm probably going to be pulling over like once every mile to wipe the bugs off the lens. There's probably already bugs on there right now. They're all over my fucking visor. But yeah, there's the river. Nice cruiser man let me pass. I guess I could give some tips, things that have been helpful for me when I've been learning how to ride. The first one is to definitely take the motorcycle safety foundation course before you get a bike. Take that course, try to find a company that runs one that's gonna have the same style of bike that you want to get. So like if you're gonna get a dual sport, try to find one that has, you know, little dirt bikes or dual sports that you can ride. If you want to ride a sport bike, if you want to get a 300, try to find one. So a lot of them have Ninja 250s. They're all going to be like 200 to 400 cc bikes. They're mostly 250s, like Honda Rebels and shit like that. Yeah, definitely take the motorcycle safety foundation course. It'll teach you how to do a lot of slow speed maneuvering, just get you comfortable with shift. Even if you've ridden a bike before, still do it. It'll get you comfortable on the bike, make sure you actually want to do this and want to buy your own. And then once you do that, I would get your gear. They have gear at the MSF courses. Maybe get some gloves for yourself first so you can wear gloves there. Just use their helmet. And you're going so slow, man, you don't really need like leather jacket and pants and boots and shit. I would wait and get that stuff afterwards, because you can take your certificate from the MSF course, and go to almost every single retailer of motorcycle gear will give you like a 15 or 20% discount for showing them your certificate. So I would use that on your helmet and your jacket and pants and boots and all the expensive shit that you get. So as you can see, I mean, it's kind of a cool little road here. Like I said before, it's not all technical with switchbacks and what the fuck is it called? Decreasing radius turns and shit. But you know, it's nice for a relaxing ride. It's about 10 minutes away from where I live. It's nice if you just want to kind of chill out, ride the bike, not in the city with a bunch of fucking traffic and intersections and stuff. So it's kind of my go-to little area for just dicking around. In some spots the road is decent quality, in other spots it's real fucked up, but I kind of know where it's fucked up now. There's a couple places where, like on the edge of the road here, there'll be a big dip, and when you go in it and then come out of it, it like pops you up and your butt leaves the seat and it just upsets the suspension, and you're in the middle of a fucking turn. And yeah, the first couple times I came out here, there were some butthole puckering moments when the suspension got all crazy upset at me, and I thought I was gonna fly into the fucking river. But now I kind of know where everything is, so we're good. I mean, I guess topics for my first motovlog, other than the shit I already talked about. So I guess so I don't know about you guys, but when someone does something real stupid when I'm on my bike and they like pull out in front of me or slam on their brakes for no reason, or you know, cut me off or almost fucking kill me, I would never like hop off my bike and go up to their window or anything, but like, or I would never follow anyone either, really. Like if someone passed me or did something, I'm not gonna fucking chase after them and make turns that I wasn't gonna make otherwise, like I've seen some people on YouTube do. But what I will do is I'll pull up like if there's a stoplight or an intersection coming up, I'll pull up next to them and motion for them to roll down the window and be like, hey dude, what the fuck are you doing? Did you not realize that you just almost killed me? And sometimes there's cursing involved. So what happened was, I was on a street downtown, 3-lane street. The left 2 lanes, well, it was a one-way street, by the way. The left 2 lanes were turn lanes to turn left onto another one-way street. And the one in the middle, the second turn lane, was a turn or go straight lane. So I was in that lane, and there was a dude in the leftmost turn lane, and he had his turn signal on, and so did I. So we start our turn, and the light turns green, we start going, and the fucking dude turns not into his lane, but turns left into my lane, into the one that I'm supposed to be turning into. And almost fucking hits me, and I had to like swerve to the right out of the way and then like turn left into the fucking gutter and then keep going. So I'm fucking like, what the hell, dude? You almost just turned right into me. I was right next to you with my turn signal on. What are you doing? So the guy, I pull up ahead of the guy, and I'm just like, fuck people, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm just gonna go get away from this loser idiot. And the dude ends up pulling like right behind me at the next light. So I look back and I'm like, how about you turn into your own fucking lane next time? And the guy like rolls down the window. It looked like it was like a 30-year-old guy, you know, so I'm thinking, okay, he's like, you know, a little bit older than me, but whatever, I'm just gonna fucking call him out. And then the dude rolls his window down, and it's like a fucking 65, 70-year-old man, and he looked like the cutest old man. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't hear you. I can't do his voice, but it was like really pathetic sounding, and I instantly felt like the biggest douchebag on the planet. And he was like super apologetic, and I felt like a dick. And I was like, oh, it's okay, man, don't worry about it. Just, you know, try to be more careful and pay attention to the, you know, which lanes are turning, and just keep an extra eye out for motorcycles, because, you know, it's harder to see us, and we try to do our best to not put ourselves in dangerous situations, but you guys got to do your part too. So, and he was like, oh, I will, I'm so sorry. And I said, oh, it's okay, have a good day, dude. And that was the end of that. But that was like the worst feeling ever, dude, because I was ready to tell this guy off, and started to, and then I find out that he's the nicest old man who just made a mistake, and I was like, oh man. Yeah, that's the only time that's happened. Usually it's some fucking douchebag that knew exactly what they were doing and doesn't give a shit. You know, isn't that the worst when people fuck up and they don't want to admit they fucked up and they pretend like it didn't even happen? To be honest, my voice is getting a little dry. My throat is getting dry. Voices are not wet or dry. It's the police. The popo are up here. I always kind of slow down and keep the RPM low when I go by cops, because I have a full exhaust and I live in California, so I'd rather not get a ticket for that. I think we'll go through the park. that fucker was honking at. Okay, so this is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. This is one of my pet peeves. Just shit that doesn't make sense. So this is a Ford Focus, and it says PZEV on it. That stands for Partial Zero Emissions Vehicle. How the fuck is something a partial zero emissions vehicle? That makes no fucking sense. Whatever dumbass bureaucrat came up with that fucking term so that they give them a tax break, whatever the fuck they give them for having a PZEV, must have been a fucking idiot. Maybe I'm just weird, but that trips up my OCD hella bad. Just like when people say irregardless, that's not a fucking word. Irregardless is meaningless. The word you're looking for is regardless. There's already a word for that. You don't need to add "ear" to the beginning of it. Or when people say, I could care less. No, you couldn't care less. You're saying, I care so little about this that there's no way that I could care less. I couldn't care less. If you could care less, then you're saying, oh, I don't not care about this that much. I could care less about it. Which is the opposite of what they're trying to say. So anyways, that's the last of my pet peeves.